You know what's really fun is I love watching people 100% commit, and this is something you do really well, and the other cast members, but when you commit, it's something I believe in religiously, which is you have to go in 110%. So when you lose your shit, as Charlie Kelly, or in any role you're doing, you go full out. And I think that that's a quality of the show. There's no restraint. When it's time to go, it is complete meltdowns, complete insane meltdowns.
Yeah, I don't want to feel as though I've left anything on the table.
You have not.
It all comes out. And honestly, this is going to sound like actor BS, but I go into a trance, I dilute myself and I'm gone. And I'll come out of a scene and be like, I have no idea what I did. I hope it was good.
Yeah.
And then I'll get in the editing room and be like, no, it wasn't. But that one was good. Sometimes I can't do that, and I'm hyper aware of the camera guy's here, or the boom guy's got a cold. He's like, you're aware of it. But sometimes you just black out and just kind of barf out a performance, and it seems like vomit on the screen, and the audience loves it because they say that's real.
There's a really weird thing. I don't know. You could probably relate to this, but there are a lot of things I can't do if it needs to be serious or sincere.
Oh yeah.
But if it's in the name of comedy, I feel that I might be able. There are times where I've felt I might be able to break the world record for a mile if I thought it would make an audience full of people laugh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
There are things you can do, and obviously that is not the case, but there are times where I know we would do something at rehearsal, and I would say okay, when there's an audience here, I think I can put my fist through that.
Yeah.
Because if I do, it will be funny. And so I will. And it doesn't matter. And then later on, I'll realize that I shattered my hand. But I don't know what that is. That is, There's a kind of, for lack of a better word, it's neediness. It's like I so want people to be happy and laughing that in that moment, I used to do stuff all the time on the late night show, and Andy would get mad at me afterwards. He would go did you realize that was a real bear, and you put your head, in his mouth? And I said, yeah, just at the moment, I thought that'd be kind of funny because it's so wrong.
I think it's adrenaline. I think something in you wants to be a performer and wants to reach the audience. And then as soon as you sign up to do that, you commit to do it, especially on a talk show where suddenly there is a group of people standing in front of you. You dive in and you say, okay, now we're flying without a net? That's not the expression, but
flying by the seat of our pants.
We're going by the seat of our pants, and there's no backing down. And I guess suddenly you find, I have my head in a bear's mouth. What am I doing? But there's just the adrenaline of it just carries you.
And I would look at it later on. Yeah, we did a tour, and it was 2010, and you were probably there for this, Sona, but we were in some venue and it was going really well, and I was in the crowd, and then I got up on the ledge.
Yes.
And there's a 30-foot drop into the audience.
Oh, I remember.
And I'm on the ledge and doing shtick to make the crowd laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy rightly was furious.
You're like the Tom Cruise of comedy. You're going to die that way.
Hey, whether you're stuck in traffic or streaming your favorite podcasts, that's where I come in. It's important to have a network you can trust wherever you are. Say it with me. T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
Yeah, you didn't really have to say it with me.
Oh.
But it is your network. I'm excited about T-Mobile.
Yeah.
They're killing it. And, who's really excited is our good friend Blay, who's been using this service. Blay, tell us about it.
Yeah, I have been a T-Mobile subscriber for a really long time. They're awesome. Mm-hmm. I download videos all the time.
Yeah, you do. You download a lot of videos.
Yeah.
I do.
Now, you've never read a book.
No, books are overrated. But and I listen to this podcast on a hike. Fantastic. Up in the mountains.
You listen to our podcast?
Contractually.
You work here.
Yeah, I have to. I have to listen to it. But it's great. And honestly, the coverage is insane. And yeah, I love the service. I love the phone. It's fantastic.
Experience for yourself how T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. You can't top them.
I like all the G's.
You bet you do. Find out more at tmobile.com/CY. That's SEEWHY. Fastest based on median overall combined 5G speeds, according to analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data for Q4 2022.
Good.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I said exactly what they wanted me to.
You just
See
read it word
5G details at tmobile.com. What I'm saying is I acknowledge I don't want it to be a humble brag or a flex, because I'm often afterwards realizing, oh, this is the sign of something that needs work. Seriously, this is I'm a smart person and I have a wife and kids and I love my family and relatives and I know better than to do that. Why did I do that? It's because I knew that the crowd is this happy, hand high up. But if I could notch it up a little higher if I stood up on the ledge. Wouldn't that be cool?
Well, it could be you're opening yourself up to, not to get too sort of hoity-toity with it, maybe something is acting through you, some universe or higher power, or whatever you want to call it, where you are just opening yourself up to as much creativity as you can muster, right? Which is to say, I'm Conan O'Brien, I want to make people laugh. And then once you commit to that, you don't really know where you're going to come out on the other end. You don't really know whether you're going to do something crazy with the audience or stick your head in the bear's mouth, because you're just open to whatever pops up. I think to say, if you're Tom Cruise and you entertain people by doing death-defying stunts, then potentially it's the same kind of thing where that's how you communicate with people and you are doing it over and over again. I think for you and I, it's easier with comedy because that was probably a safe place for you as a kid growing up.
Oh, yeah.
If you...
I couldn't do anything Tom Cruise does, include run convincingly. That's the other thing, too.
I'd like to see it, though.
No, you know what I would love to do? I would love to do, this just reminds me of something I've really been itching to do, and I'm just going to say it right now, but we've been shooting something for HBO Max where I travel around and meet up with fans, kind of a travel show idea. And we shot one in Norway already, and we knew that there was a possibility that Tom Cruise would be in the same area that we were in. And I've worked with him before, and he was really great. He was very funny, played it perfectly. He was a joy to work with. But the idea is I want to shoot a segment where he teaches me how to run the way he runs in a movie, because apparently there's a whole technique to it. Because
it's very back straight, arms are pointy. And,
and if you don't do it exactly right, you look like a fool. And what I've always thought is I'd really like really good cameras, like him to run, and then I would like to run the way I run, and not trying to be funny, just run the way a 6'4", not very athletic man my age runs, and run, but with the real cameras and stuff, and then put the music to it. And I think it would be one of the funniest things.
I'd say
about it. Go get that bear and just set the bear loose, and you will run very convincingly.
I will run very convincingly.
It's
funny. The bear. Everyone was like, what if the bear had bitten me or something when I forgot it was my hand or my head or whatever, but I shoved something in the bear's mouth, and I think the bear just recoiled at my neediness. And I saw the bear backstage talking to other bears like, it just comes from a bad place.
The needy ones do not taste good.
You can tell he's a middle child.
Full of cortisol, and it's just makes the muscles all sinewy.
When someone's really needy, it makes the meat taste better.
Yeah.
Oh no, it makes the meat bad. It makes the meat bad. Good.
Fat and happy is how you want them.
Yeah.
I don't know why the bears are smoking in my. But the needy ones,
they are.
Just,
of course they are.
It's like a sour grape.